You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. You do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Okay. So that's me mean to people who did not watch the first run, I guess. I'm gonna start skipping through things just because I want to start getting to seeing the new content. So I'm going to just kind of fast forward while my tea cools a bit so I can actually drink it without burning my entire tongue. So blah blah. Alright. Look down your feet. You see the guy. Pleasant face. Questions race through. What will you do? I'm going to dig up that face because it gives me a coin that we can use later. And I'm going to think about this. I'm also going to see if this game is going to do that, like, oh, we're noticing you've played before thing that a lot of games seem to like to do. So, get up, fix all the skin. Yup. Yeah, it's dirty. I like to take charge type. Yup. Alright, I just don't know who I'm going to pursue because I was getting really close to Wraith last time. But I also kind of want to check out Huntress. Alright. You know what? Why not? Sure. Why not? Oh, hello there. I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette. We'll take that. In fact, quickly relieves you of your gold coin, tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timey prospector before handing it back to her. And this is for you. Ooh, we got a drink right off the bat. Okay, that's a little different. Remember a tropical drink? Take a sip, you find that it's incredible, with money well spent in your estimation. I gotta ask, could someone maybe design and the all-inclusive? It really takes out the fun of a fantasy vacation with washing your wallet the entire time. I'm gonna go for it. Thanks for the drink, it's quite delicious. You're welcome. Did someone just thank us? Go with that, Dwight. It might be normal to be thanked for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer. As your current situation, you feel something bumped soft into your foot. Ah, now we're getting gear. Find a volleyball. Voice calls out to you. Huntress asking for help. Yeah, I'm torn. Because, like, I like Trapper. He's funny. He's great. But I don't want to do that whole voice right now. So I'm kind of torn between Huntress and Wraith, who is very much like the narrator, but like slightly not narrator, I guess, is my attempt. Alright, we see Huntress. I might just go for her because she's the first one we see, and like, I don't know her though. This might be, you know, fun and worth it. Our spirit who dumped us. Don't blame her. Just small amount of heartbreak. Those monsters. Each of them ooze on energy. As many competing. Hello. Sexy ass monsters. I'll take it back this time. Using your foot awkwardly strike the sun of bouncing across the sand toward Huntress. It doesn't make it all the way. Everyone stares at you, suddenly observing your unsportsmanlike shape. You must be wondering, have you ever seen a volleyball before? That's surely what I'm wondering right now. It's not a soccer ball. What a dork! You feel so awkward that you rarely see straight, but through your haze of your embarrassment, you catch Wraith looking at you from the corner of your eye. Well, fuck, now I gotta go for Wraith, because he's like, you're awkward too. Huntress jogs the rest of the way to grab the volleyball, and they all turn and head back to the court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, ignoring your intrusion on their private beach. Should you be frightened, worry, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give that away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking really appealing in their own way. Nobody so much as a plastic finger. Scared, you were for us. Work out. And I head over there. Seems like you derailed the volleyball just by showing up. Alright. I guess you're also nitwit. Alright. This game, existence that is. Besides, you seem a lot worse than a silly game. What's the deal? What brings you here? Can you do more than distract from my total domination? Deep sigh. No butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why it's locked. Morin is here. I don't know if I kill him or not. No, you can't. Not yet. You don't know. You know, say something. Actually, never mind. Soon enough. Right now, let's group some questions for you. Morin, quick. Very important. Okay. Attractiveness they are. I'm sticking with very. Reflects pass. I mean, I gotta give him credit. He's very physically built. So if I were to be, I'm gonna say invisibility. What's best subject in school? Let's say skipping class for something, because I majored in skipping class. If I had ever gone to school, I sure would have done great in skipping class. For skipping over, walking almost always. What's your favorite animal? Alright, I don't even know what this is, but we're picking it. Mustelids. 100%. I'm gonna look it up what the hell that is real quick, because I have no idea what a mustelid is. What are these? Carnivorous mammals, weasels, bagger, otters, ferrets, martins. Okay, I like those. Those are cute. And mustelids just hoping it's some secret answer results in a hilarious Easter egg, right? Because there's no Easter egg. It's just another word for ferrets and stuff like that. What's your color? 3-day Earth corpse. It's a pretty edgy answer, right? It's pretty edgy to think about cockbook words and no pig eating. No good to me unless they've been frozen. You're sure surprised how quickly good meat can spoil. Maybe you don't be surprised. It's still getting to know you. What's your dream job? Nightclub promoter. Everyone goes, let's be honest, the right to do so. Alright, so on top of going after Wraith, we're also for this just gonna choose the dumbest goddamn answers. In the dark, not just anyone can do that. Best flavor of ice cream. Let's say chocolate. Favorite's pain. Same. It's vanilla's rolled with pain. I think mint chocolate screws myself. Enough about ice cream, am I right? One sex reminds me of it's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. You gotta say survive, pick Mincha. Being listens down later, your rascal killer kills a girl on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me what's the best flavor of ice cream? It's mint chip. Alright, we've already learned that he will just kill us if we do not choose mint chip. Alright, so if you need anything, you do just fine. Getting to know you. I'm Trapper. I'm pretty much the richest, strongest person on this whole island. And now we have a little bit more context that he has a really rich father who owned a mine. I'm sure it's not at all where he got some of his murderous tendencies. Alright. So like losers. I have Wrath and Wraith. So I'll keep saying Wrath and Wraith differently because I'm an idiot. I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't like murder side shades so much. Oh no, I'm remembering stories now, and that's exactly what happened. I'm Huntress. Don't let these films get you down. There's lots of love. I'm so torn between going after Wraith, because he's like cutely and adorable, and I love him and his little dorkiness. But also like Huntress, because like she was the first character who I looked at. I was like, oh hi, and I somehow never went after her because I immediately went for Wraith and Spirit. I might go after Huntress because she might be really fun to, like, meet. Alright. You know what I mean? Grow up, but grow a body. This one is thousands of times about dead, I'm not a literal ghost. I can create a trail of fog, I'm not made of it. Ever fog body. It's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me, I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. First time I ever agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise we'll do this all day. If you keep playing, let's do something else. Let's actually go with Meathead. See this yacht's massive boat knocked your eye. Everyone tastes of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just tastes fun and happiness. Like the endless desperate soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly in the cruelty and... See, like, he is... I kind of want to save him for last, because, like, he is someone who I actually, like, really enjoy. And he does seem like he's, like, doing shit. So, like, I feel like he's going to be the best one. So I kind of want to just, like, go through everyone first. And then get to him. So I think I'm going to go with Huntress. And then, depending on what she does, might go for Trapper. And then finish with Wraith. just to, like, get it. Came by the pool. Exercise, have some fun as a group. Serious, good time trial. Having sun. So we will choose. She wants to play volleyball again, so let's do volleyball. I mean, I hate that I interrupted your game. You should finish it. Yeah, I love to play outdoors. I also love to meet new people. See, I like her too. It's like there's part of me that likes just chilling out like Spirit, but then this part of me is like, I just want to go to somewhere like the beach and have fun. I also love to bring them home to play. I'm sort of a big kid at heart. Obviously you are too. I like that already. I mean, yes! I am nothing but a kid at heart. Many people who are too serious, they ruin everything. Yes, I do. Well, they do if you don't handle them swiftly. Hold on, for just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. Plus the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. In this place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. There it is. None of the others survived. And survived the internal process, I mean. That's why we should call them survivors with a capital S. So very long, I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let White and Claudette do the mandated job. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with their energy. It's starting to give me the creeps. We now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend you waiting for us to present you with options about it whenever possible and don't run off for various activities unsupervised. I don't have much autonomy around here. What you can do is follow us to our jobs. The most you can do is help us get off this island. Dwight! Yes, pardon me, please follow. Hey, narrator. You got something I can help you with? Let's see, Claudia and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something I want to escape? Escape Ashton? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. Seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Well, that's true. He was. You just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here is much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Don't quite have the charm of this island. Now, trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all the money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for activity. On this island, your decision matter mostly. When I agree with them. Not like the other island. So, what'll it be? I'm gonna go play volleyball, because I'm gonna mess with Huntress. Wow, it's so exciting to have someone else really in athletics on the island. Spirit and Wraith are so boring. Trapper's so predictable, relying on brute strength to win games. He is respected all for grace and skill. Thank goodness you didn't choose the yacht. Which kind of a person wants to be a sitting duck in the middle of the open ocean? I'm just asking for a sneak attack from an elk. I wondered how long it would take for her to... I wondered how long it would take for her to bring up an elk attack. Game starting up again. Make sure you're watching close. She's really something, huh? Elk don't swim. Live in the forest long enough and you'll see an elk swim, believe me, me. Cheer for me, cute stuff? The killers resumed their place on the volleyball court and resumed the match they were playing before you arrived. Hey, fancy lemonade. I see you working up the thirst, those bouncing buns playing volleyball. Claudia hands you your lemonade. Ooh, so fresh, so tart. She leans in and whispers in your ear. Who would you bet on to win, Who's the MVP of your little heart? You're nervous. You don't really have... It's killer hear you talking about them, or not talking about them, if they're into that sort of thing. Just pick someone. It's not like we've got all day, night, week, month, year, lifetime, eternity, or anything. Who could stand in that guy's shorts? Sheesh. Okay, I think, yeah, we're gonna say Huntress. Huntress? Oh shoot, Huntress overheard you. Huh, you've got your eye on me. I'm flattered you think I'm good, but honestly, I'm a little annoyed that I've been so flashy with my moves. Usually I'm so sneaky you can barely see me at all. Huntress is totally kicking my butt. Correct answer. I'm allowed to support the other people on this island, right? Oh jeez, I have no idea what the rules are here. If they're even rules, I should have stayed in my secret Larry. Wow, what a game. It's a tie! Did we get time in volleyball? No, since this is everyone's first time playing. The skillers don't usually have time for team sports amid their busy schedule of brutally tearing survivors to shreds. Hey, is Claudette crying? Are you okay, Claudette? Probably just shedding a tear for her lost fellow survivors. You know, this report had four employees when it opened. It's nothing. I'm totally fine. Whatever you say, boss. Oh, look, the killers of this person are all cooling down in their own way. Sphere is reading a novel. Trapper is stretching essentially in between chainsaw curls. Wraith is standing on the beach desperately hoping the sand will swallow him up, and Huntress is doing some target practice with a bloody hatchet. You feel a nudge. Dwight is looking at you expectantly. You should really make a move. Life is short. You can snap that any type of day. Carpe diem, carpe PM, carpe now. Go ahead and chat one of them up. Which killer has caught your eye? We're gonna go with Huntress. You head over to Huntress. After all, this whole sporty hangout thing was her idea. Might as well see how she's doing. You were really great out there. Where'd you learn to move like that? Whose move? My move? Those bees? They're nothing. Huntress blushes a lot from beneath her mask. It's cute, uncute. If you ask me, sometimes you gotta look past some bloodstains. A lot of men have run for their lives in my presence. You really learn about what the human body is capable of in those types of scenarios. I love to exercise. In a way, we're all running for our lives when we keep in shape. I guess I've never thought of fitness that way. Maybe it's time to start. You never know who's coming for you through the brush as fast as they can, propelled forward by hunger, desperation, or just plain old boredom. Doesn't seem like boredom going to be your problem. Surrounded by all these characters. Survival, on the other hand, you're going to need to compensate for your lack of a killer instinct. What's your style? Imagination. Yeah. I like fitness. I try to make up for an imagination. I like to make little games for myself to play. My imagination is very vivid. I can imagine the two of us, panting, sweating, our clothes torn. I'm with you. Our hands gripping the sheer face of a rock wall as we climb. Not exactly where I was going, but sure. Up to a cavern entrance, the dark caves, liquid dew shimmering in moonlight. I'm back with you. Back wolves wait us there, friends, enemies, dinner. We'll look into each other's eyes and back at the wolves, and together we all howl. How? It sure sounds exciting. My blood is pumping just thinking about it. Come on, everyone. The fun and games can be over already. I get it. Volleyball? Not ruthless enough. Look at us. We crave action. We crave excitement. We crave the thrill of the hunt. It's time to see if our friends have the hunter's instinct. I saw you surveying me like prey on the volleyball court, Maxine. Huntress waves a bloody axe in the air, and you step back nervously as you realize she's not waving it at you, she's handing it to you. Don't worry, I got several of those. It's important to hone your skull, especially when you're in a new place where threats may lurk around every corner. You need to make sure that you are the biggest of them all. Just don't aim those things at me. You can't even see me. I guess it's 2 parts, blah blah blah. Alright. Pointer, cheap for express. Yep, I am ready. Okay, way to go. Yeah. Perfect. Not bad. Yeah. Yes! Okay. I'm impressed. A worthy opponent. I mean, could have been better. Who's keeping score? For the record, I am. You got 8 points. Hatchet throwing, cool. I guess I like my stabbing to be more up close and personal. Somewhere, a loud horn blows and survivors snap into action. Time's up. You heard him. Get to the next activity. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You're over the cookout, find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge picnic table? This isn't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'll find on cable. Twit and Claudette, oh, you do your seat. It was very limited seat. Oh, and great, it seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is they don't sit next... Is they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. That's right, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, who is next to Wraith or Trickster? Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprise! Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Maxie. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They give it a table to sit side by side. Look at this, we can't even fit them on the screen at the same time. You probably think this was an error, but it's not. It's completely intentional. Let me listen to you. Every area you think you see is a choice. Got that? Alright. Directing. See, doing me and dinner. Tonight is favorite for both love and hate for 12 hours. Hope you enjoy. its meat, specifically a number of special herbs and spices we simply cannot divulge. My favorite, meat is good, meat is murder. Which you know, considering you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? Saying, I'm just sharing facts, and you to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. True, technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. Wait. Hey, Mexi, you know, you think what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person that's bit, right? Several parts overlapping people, perhaps? I've seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-downs. You look closely at the split. You spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. We do literally everything on this island. Actually, it's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delightful meal. He's right. Fair change, because I'm with my broad axe. It's a perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it seems like you're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat's cooked, not blue. No blood. Ugh, you two are ridiculous. Bicep swinging contest. Enough, grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana's the only option. Obs. The hell it is. I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Hey, stop, please. I hate when we fight or talk, or even when we look each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Ezrov. Great, and suddenly I'm club it's a second death. This isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up. Felix, I mean dinner. We've been gone for hours, and the hyperworldly wants to argue, but we had the most effective one for 72 hours straight. Doesn't matter what it does, which one does it. And they're taking longer cleaning their weapon, all about explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Go Club Bub. He hated when he got gold. Alright, so mini game. Alright, we're ready. Go slice. She said it, machetes are done. Finally, this time. Served for real. Which involves lifting a mask and shoving poop behind them, are nasty. Spirit Mama doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. Everything mystery comes easy. Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their ass off to make this night perfect. At least start lifting the mask. There's only 9% of this thing could be if they try to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? Two less things about being dead is not having to eat. It's only one thing. Think about it, Maxie. Number 2 is no number 2. Only one less thing to think about in the afterlife. Eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. That was about mostly dismembered body parts floating. First meal in history. They don't like that. You need an explanation why. You want to tell them? I'm sorry. It's not the food or the company. I'm super self-conscious of how I look when I eat. I'm just planning to be gross out, but dangerous that I have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if I made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross. Try to relax and not worry what everyone else thinks. It's so important to always remember whatever people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you. Right, guys? Is anyone listening to me? Typically a group that includes one, if not more, cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. And now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to survive. They lie. Oh, hey, it's me again, your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator of the ocean. I try to help with this characterization, but I'll allow it. Brought you here, and I might be the one who will help you now. There's only one thing you can do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. Too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. This is over and having fast forward back to where you were, am I right? This place holds many secrets, even for myself, but the one that truly matters can be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. Ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious, gotta give it up to the ocean character. It's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You made so many choices. Some of them I like, some of them I did not. Best just make more choices that I like. Okay. Find Huntress holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Oh, good to hear. Okay. Sometimes I try and care for people. They have a way ending up less alive than when I started. It should be a total bummer for that having to you. It's been so long since I had a nice, happily, healthy living person around. Usually I'm just following the same old routine of smashing everyone's head open with a hatchet before I get to know who they are as a person. But you're not nearly as scared, too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. You feel nervous in her arms, not just because they're maybe crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful, but I was just gonna narrate that fact, not, say it out loud as a single word like some creep. Beautiful. Mask. Your running mask is quite gorgeous. Nice recovery, but now that you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? You're the first one to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. You seem so quirky and cool. You could do anything. Own an Etsy store. Be a doctor. Why is that you kill people? Huntress sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes, but she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. Yeah, it's all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. Even through the mask, you can see that Huntress is blushing a bit. It seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. Hey, you didn't eat much dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky. Probably human jerky, but the spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. I am totally accepting that. When on Murder's Island, you might as well eat as the killers do. Plus, you really are hungry, and you can chew down on... and you can chow down on jerky, essentially, right? I'd love some. After a moment of quiet chewing, you choose to believe is not human thigh meat. You decide to be bold and ask another question. Have you ever been in a relationship before? Dang, you're really going there? You do not play around, Maxie. I do not. Hunch takes a moment to think deeply before answering. I must say, it's quite amusing to see this hulking bombshell get twisted up with these personal questions. Kudos to you, Maxie. There's this one deer that looked at me quite provocatively and glaring once, but it doesn't count, does it? Hear the faintest giggles bubble out from behind Huntress's mask. You're so cute, Huntress. No, it doesn't count. As this, you found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip, probably left by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago, who is definitely still alive and not at all dead. And she's closed the bag of jerky with the hair clip. So she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. You should go with the flow or show off some of your knowledge of advanced humaning. Kinda wanna save here, but it's not gonna let me, is it? Sure, let's show her a thing or two. You silly goose, you chuckle before reaching into the bag of jerky. You take the barrette off and collect a lock of Huntress' hair, coming back into an attractive swoop. Much better. Huntress is so happy that you taught her something new about human drinking. She touches the clip in her hair with a shy smile. Ha ha! I got game this time! Oh, this blueberry tea is kicking ass right now. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new dangers pop up on this strange island. When you find out it's White and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they are waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for a few points was not part of Steven's activity. It's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. This rate will be late. I think sick now I was. No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! Once again, everyone's got to the fire pit. Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you have been sticking to the schedule. That means we're going behind on time for evening activities. We only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. It's a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us only one person gets to share? How will we decide? Oh, great. We'll have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling. You realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think you're talking about me. To be honest, I don't really understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it takes some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. It's really fair to pick up on the newbie. Does anything ever happen on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald, if you not flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick. And I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. Y'all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. Everyone knows my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. His name changes. I forgot about that. We still gotta get started on story time. So, Maxie, who do you think should go? Oh, damn it, that's a name. Please pick someone who's a tropical invasion and turn to the blood path. We're gonna go with Huntress. Experiences being carefully crafted to avoid IP infringement. Also, let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Huntress steps up to tell the story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There's a village outside the deep and ominous redwood. No child dares step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush their separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in would often never return. Sounds echoed into the village where something inhuman. The woman of the town told the story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade those from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that leaks in the woods, half woman, half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful, her voice, the last relic of humanity. It lulls all who hear into her domain. Not a precocious child, not a fierce soldier can escape. Not a precocious child, no fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who've seen her say she wears a mask of hair stained with the blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there, for what's the beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It's said that the Huntress, as the villagers called her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they suffered an even worse fate. Longing for a child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe, wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. And she would even bring the girls presents, toys she'd pilfered from other bodies, masks she'd fashioned out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. These toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would haste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, Huntress never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear droop down from underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you ever heard fills the air. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked within your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come and grab you by your side. There's been a moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to this stirring moment. Oh, I really don't know what to do with this one. Slow clap. Have them clap once, then after beat again slowly, building into a dramatic group clap. Rest stands next to you, claps, no one else does. You're clapping it, lacks energy, you must be tired. Hunch isn't interested in whatever it is you're trying to do and walks off board. That note, everyone decides to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment of before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. True moment of peace and tranquility lasts for all of 7 seconds when Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Alright, he comes and just like me. My laps are not scenes. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come on, find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about making those cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to think about them just yet. Huntress purchased you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. Fine, all the stories are better with the sound of burning fire filling the air around you. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell it. Let's rinse all that campfire off with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Dipping in hot tubs with the Huntress. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Before you run off, I want to make something clear. You know that half-woman, half-beast I was talking about my story? That's me. I'm her. I'm gonna go with this one. No way, how cool. That's really awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable and telling such a personal story. I just fucked. Very shyly twirls your hair. Tell the story. What do you think of my tale? Do I have the markings of the best story? Selling authors such as the comedic mastermind Dostoevsky? I think that's how you pronounce it. It's really well-told narrative, clear at beginning, middle, and end, riveted from the start, plus the woman in the forest. I mean, you are clearly not a true villain. You were just traumatized as a child. Okay, now you're just being a suck-up. Huntress's eyes leer at you from behind her mask. She's had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. chuckle awkwardly. I giggle when I'm about to die and also maybe falling in love. You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. She's actually pretty endearing. You notice temperature has dropped significantly, despite your sleeping companion. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulders must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and put me to bed, eh? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth was about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting. After a day like today, even I'm pretty tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow, Axie? Only if I don't see you first. Make a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary arrow you shoot in her teeth, and then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least she thinks that's what she's doing. It's kind of hard to tell. Good night, my little snack. I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating you. Head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking up in the crackling embers, you think about Huntress' story of the half-human beast that abducted all those innocent children, attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner here on this island? Is this your salvation, or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell on too much of your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar, creepy smiles, stretching from ear to ear, and it's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We aren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. Hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Have some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Other guests aren't the type that you want to rob of their beauty sleep. Alright, some more mini games. Every time you listen and you still can't sleep, you decide to ask one of the killers, spend a little more time with it until you're sleepier. I decided to light by the fire. I want to summon Huntress because you have a thing going, but I also kind of just want to summon someone random. But let's go with Huntress because we've been trying to be around. I was wondering if I can get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret of falling asleep when she's feeling restless. It's a Soviet lullaby. It doesn't work. This special mushroom tea has always done the trick. Mine's blueberry, but okay. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. You do. Finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You're trying to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. A dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. Shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still audibly odd. Really worked up. But watching those colors toss all around, huh? Wouldn't have hurt to go around splashing some cool ocean waves. Just hanging out here, you know. At some point, I think we gotta choose to go and fuck around in the ocean. And I don't think I mean that literally, because I think the ocean might. You know what? I don't know about this ocean. This ocean's kind of fucking weird. You awake suddenly to someone looming over you. Trap is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with Huntress right before bedtime. You should know they're not what they seem. Not like me, who's obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. One, I do not take rejection well. Two, the first thing is very important to remember. Are you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating from me, are you? Still nothing for Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I'm an easy guy to spend time with. Makes sense if you choose... Yeah, that will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. If I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier? Or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Try not to roll over to the, about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone for this time, maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez, it is. No, in this reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today really well. They were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm getting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, I do. Attractive, mysterious. I really know what other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her and shells off my Seraphim. That being said, the other three should make sure I get treated by it. This newcomer won't spend time with tomorrow, but I will, for one, not let my guard down easily. He knows about the others. Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. You know, Spirit is screaming all the time, major buzzkill. Trapper, oof, where'd I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. It's weird, I don't really care to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't really care enough to stop them. I have to just kill Dwight to feel anything again. Yeah, today was fun. I don't know how to get ahead of myself or really invest in anything but Montgomery, so I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes, or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart, so that's probably what'll happen. Gotta go learn to go easier myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? I felt absolutely nothing inside.